Co-main event on Saturday was a good one, wasn't it? It was an all-Australian dust-up. Ebanie Bridges defending her IBF bantamweight title against Shannon O'Connell. And in the end, Ebanie Bridges, as she said she was going to do, got the stoppage in what was a bruising encounter. Ebanie, me and Tony actually ran ringside for this one. Like, we're not watching this one from the studio. We want to see this dust-up close up. And you delivered, honestly. It was fantastic. She caught you in the first round, I think. And I remember Tony and Darren sitting next to me saying, Ebanie is so fit, because that punch in the first one would have put a lot of people down, or at least made them stagger back. You, though, just kept them marching forward. I don't know where you get, I mean, your grit, your determination, your will to win, honestly, it's incredible. And for all those idiots out there that just constantly talk about what you wear at the weigh-ins, just focus on what Ebanie does in the ring, and what you do in the ring is insane. It's incredible. Well done. Thank
you. Yes, exactly. Well, that's it. You know, I do my talking in the ring, and you know, that's the thing with Shannon. She did all the talking outside the ring, all that kind of stuff. And when it came to the ring, you know, I saved all of that energy. And I think I said it to Tony, but you know, I save all that energy. I don't need to be angry and trash talk and have that, you know, stiffness and anger with me in the lead up. I have fun, I enjoy, I absorb all that energy from my fans. I absorb all that energy from just loving that moment and being in that all that is what gives me life. And then I take all of that, and when I step my head through those ropes on fight night, I just switch and I turn into that beast mode, that savage, and then I know she's in trouble. You know, that's like when she said to me at the weigh-ins, when she said to me, "You're effed," you know, when she said that to me, in my head I thought, that's why I laughed. I thought, you have no idea. And I can't lie. And like Tony said, those domestic, you know, clashes are big, and the win is sweet. And I keep replaying it in my head. The last few days I'm here with one of my best mates from Australia, and I just keep getting these random smiles and little giggles because it keeps flashing in my head, just her head getting smashed around, and I just feel so satisfied. I'm like, that was a satisfying win because of the trash, the talk, and the disrespect that she gave me. And like I said to Tony before the fight, I have no emotions. I'm not going to that fight with no emotions because I'm not emotional. I save all the emotions for afterwards. I go in there clear-headed. Now the emotions are coming out and I can't control them because I just keep smiling and I just keep. I don't know. I'm going to ride this way for a while.
I wish, Ebanie, that I could have had your cool and calmness when I was fighting, because I know what it's like to be involved in domestic grudge matches, and when the talk gets too much, it can be emotionally draining. And for you to just distance yourself and not get emotionally involved was brilliant. It really, really was. So I give you so much credit for it, because people don't realise how hard that is. You want to bite back sometimes, you want to argue, and that can drain your emotional tank so much. And you just went in there. And as I said, the first round we picked up on, she catches you clean on the way in. And I said, me and Darren both said to Addy, it's not how tough you are, it's your fitness that just lets you ride through them things, because that's how fighters get up off the floor. That's how they've got it. Everyone thinks it's all about, oh, they've got a great chin or they haven't. It's nothing we've all got the same chin. If 2.5 pounds of square pressure gets put onto anyone's point of the chin, they hit the floor. That's not my opinion, that's science. What gets you up is how fit you are. And for you, you didn't even go down. You just took the shot really well. And you ride through it, Ebanie. It was phenomenal. It really was, love.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Under massive amounts of pressure. You
I appreciate it.
And you done the job on it.
Yeah, I did. I'd done the job. And I said to you, I can't wait to get the job done on Saturday. I can't wait to do the business, because that is where I do the talking. I do the talking in the ring. I can have fun, and my style, my personality is I have fun, I joke around, I have a little bit of banter. I'm relaxed because that's how I relax. And then when I go through those ropes, that's when I switch, and I've used all that energy I've saved, all that just to go in those ropes and do what I need to do. And when I walked into that center ring to touch gloves with her, and I was staring at her, and I look at her with those eyes like you're, like, now you're effed, like you're done now. And she couldn't even look at me. She was petrified. And that gave me energy. You know what I mean? I seen she was scared. And I walked back. When I turned around and went back to the corner, I just thought, oh, that's it. And I just knew it. I just knew I was going to win. And when I got hit, and that didn't really rattle me, it just took my legs a little bit. So I wasn't damaged, but I just thought, in my head, I thought, okay, I've lost that round, so now she's going to pay. And I had to just be relentless. And I thought, and when I get hit and I get hurt, I just come, you don't want to hurt me. You don't want to hit me. A bit like the Juggernaut. You don't want to hurt him because he keeps coming, and that's how I am, you know. And I'm a bit of I would say maybe, you know, Arturo Gaddy's one of my faves. So I'm a bit like that, you know, where I'll just keep coming at you and I'll take him and I'll keep coming, and I got no quit. And yeah, you don't want to hurt me, because if you hurt me, I'll hurt you 10 times worse. And that's exactly what happened. She was tough. She did hit me hard, you know, but it switches me on more, you know.
Ebony, I could be seeing things here, but you put your hand up a couple of times, and I feel like I noticed swelling.
Yeah, my hand.
So it looked quite. Yeah. Have you broken it? Is it just?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Well, I busted it I busted it a while ago, but in the camp it was giving me grief. I was only training with one hand in my camp. He took to my sparring partners. I was doing a lot of just left hand sparring because there was like 3 or 4 weeks where I couldn't even use my right hand. I couldn't do pads or anything with my right hand. It was like 2 weeks before the fight where I was able to start hitting with it again. And I knew that I have to have surgery on my hand, so I've got surgery this Friday. But I didn't want to pull out of the fight, so I just said to Mark, it's all right, once I get in there, just adrenaline, just push through. I know I can beat her with one hand, because I just knew I was better, and I knew I was so much better, and I knew the fitness that I had, and I just knew she had that mental weakness that I could break her. And my goal was to break her heart and take her soul. It was the last thing I said to the team when we walked out. I looked at them all and I said, all right, we're ready to go break some hearts and take her soul? And they're like, yeah, and we'll go. And that's exactly what I did, and I know I did that. But yes, the hand is sore. In the fight, a little bit, I felt a little bit when they cut the gloves, it was you know, puffed up. But now I've got the surgery on Friday. I need to get that done because I can't be going into world unification fights with one hand in training and one hand in a fight. So I've just sucked it up and said, you know, just do it, get it done, because there's bigger and better fights coming, and I need to be 100% fit and healthy.
Well done, champ.
Thank you.
You know what, Ebony, like, you know, me and Tony have always spoken about sort of the punchers in female boxing. We've always said Savannah Marshall, Alicia Baumgardner. I think we need to add Ebanie Bridges' name to it as well, because you were throwing some right hands that me and Tony kept looking at her corner and said, okay, maybe you guys should throw the towel in.
Throw the towel in.
He looked at me, the big guy in the corner, he looked at me. I can't remember what man was, but he looked at me and I just shook my head and said, you've got to stop it.
You've got to stop it.
But you know what?
Stop it to look really bad.
Yeah, you know.
I think you've done it. I think you've done it at ice hockey.
Yeah, I think I broke her. I think she went to hospital. I broke her. I'm pretty sure I broke her. It looked like it was all sunken in.
Yeah.
Her corner isn't very experienced. That was another thing that gave me a lot of confidence. You know, she was talking a lot of trash the whole fight, saying all this weird stuff, like all this kind of stuff. Like it was like she was trying to talk, giving herself more confidence, and I'm thinking, you're delusional. Like, and all that stuff is like, she's lost the fight before she got in there. And I knew that her corner wasn't experienced like my corner. And I know from experience that you need, in these kind of title fights and with this kind of atmosphere, you need experienced corner people, because if you don't have an experienced corner person that's not been in that atmosphere and under that kind of pressure, they break. Like, you know, they don't know what to say. They crumble. They don't know right things to say because they're just in shock as much. I went into that fight and I shocked her. She got shocked because she wasn't expecting it, because she underestimated me so much. She thought so lowly of me. She wasn't expecting it, and I knew. Because I knew when I went into the Courtney fight, I knew what I have and what I am and what I can do. But I knew that once they get a punch from me, everything goes out the window, because I will shock them, and then everything breaks. Their heart, their soul, their corner. They didn't have a plan B. They didn't know what to do when I was going to beat her, because they were just so overconfident, underestimating me. And I just knew that would be something that would help me. Obviously, I had a brilliant corner as well.
Do you know what, Ebony? I think she's a big fish in a small pond.
Very much so.
And she's allowed to call the shots, because her coaches should have saved her 2 rounds before she was done.
Yeah.
And with her being that big name in Australia, I think they've been very, very wary of her. And I just think give an unjust service to her. She's paying them. Them guys work for her. She's the paymaster, and they needed to protect her better on the night. And I thought, she was out on her feet a number of times, and her bravery is what got her through it.
Exactly. Definitely. She's tough. You got to give her credit for that. I have absolutely zero respect for her as a person. The things that she did after the fight, even when my fight was getting announced, the way her son acted, everyone, they just, and they said that I don't have, she said, I've got morals and she doesn't. I mean, I don't know what morals she runs by, but definitely not the same morals as me. And I'm gladly to say I don't have the same morals as her, because her morals are, I wouldn't want them. Do you know what I mean? And, but I give her respect for the fight and for her toughness, for not wanting to quit, really, even though I saw it. I saw her heart break, and I saw her soul get taken, and I saw that she didn't want to be in there, but she still kept trying. But I'm sure if the corner pulled her earlier, she would have been fine with it, because she was done the 3rd round, again the 6th round, and then like the 8th. Like, I mean, yeah.
You put a beating on her. Look, there are so many big fights out there for you now. You're the cash cow. In your journey,
always have been.
You are the cash cow, and we've only known of you for about 18 months, and all of a sudden you've come over and dominated. I mean, there is Nina Hughes, world champion, obviously beat Jamie Mitchell. Shannon Courtney's back. Dina Torsland. You can go up a weight class, maybe. What is it you're looking for in 2023? What's the aims?
Like I've said, everything I say I'm going to do, I do. Just like I said, I was going to knock out, stop Shannon, and I did. And I believe I'm going to be undisputed. I believe I'm the best in the division. So to be undisputed, I need to collect the belts. So the next step is unifications. So get my hand fixed, which I need to unify. I need to be 100% to fight other champions. I don't care which one it is. I beat them all, and I believe that, and I know that. So whichever one. Obviously for me, Shannon Courtney, me and her, even though like she didn't really want to give me the shot when she had the belt, she knows now. She's humbled a little bit, and I respect that growth in her. I want her to get the belt. I would love her to fight Nina Hughes, God willing, beat Nina Hughes, or any of them. Get a belt and we can unify. But I think it would be even cooler if I go get another belt, she go gets the other 2, and we can do the undisputed. I'm not sure. I don't have full 100% confidence she's able to do that. But that would be honestly epic. That would be cool. But as long as I pray that she gets the belt, just so we can unify, because I don't want to fight her otherwise. Unfortunately, like I just don't really want to do that. I think the belt is good, so I hope she trains really hard. If she gets the shot at Nina or any of those girls, I hope she does the right things and she gets that win. But yeah, it doesn't matter. I want to collect them belts because I'm going to be undisputed by 2025.
Yeah, I have no doubt. After watching you on Saturday, any doubts I had, they've now been erased.
No one trains as hard as me. No one has the tenacity like me. No one has the strength like me. No one has the speed. No one has the relentless pressure. You haven't even seen me box yet because I don't need to box. But if you ask for sparring partners and I can box if I need to box, but I don't need to, because the people that I'm fighting, the boxing doesn't work. It's not that it doesn't work. I like to fight, and I think if I could batter them like that, that's more satisfying for me anyway.
I think this year.
Oh, just flashbacks again. Oh, it's great. Yeah. How do you like those apples?
I think this year has honestly been a fantastic year for female boxing. Obviously, the 2 big ones we think about are Clarissa Shields, Savannah, and Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. But just underneath that, I think yourself and Alicia Baumgardner. I think what both of you have done this year in the last sort of 12, 18 months, when again, a lot of people wouldn't have known about you two, I think it's been incredible. So look, Ebanie, congratulations on an incredible win. For me, nothing better than a domestic dust-up. Nothing. And when you silence someone that was talking a lot of trash about you the way you did, it must feel wonderful. So yeah, enjoy your Christmas, enjoy your break.
God bless. Thank you.
The surgery goes really well. And no doubt, fingers crossed, we're seeing you 2, maybe even 3 times in 2023. Who knows?
God willing. God willing.
Cheers, Ebanie.
Thanks so much, boys.
Thanks. Well done.
Thanks, Tony. I appreciate you.